Hey everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. Mark here.
And Jenny. We've got something rather intriguing to delve into today, building on our recent chats about physical security tech.
Oh man, this is the compelling part. So, I was reading up on this partnership between Secure Passage and Sunflower Labs, right?
Yes. The one that involves autonomous drones in security? That certainly grabbed my attention.
Precisely. So simply put, what's happening is, Secure Passage has their Truman PDR platform. Think of it as the central nervous system of a security system, pulling in data from all sorts of sensors, cameras, the comprehensive picture. And Sunflower Labs, they create those impressive autonomous security drones.
Right, the ones that can just navigate on their own?
Essentially, they leverage AI to navigate and monitor areas without requiring someone actively piloting them less than sup greater than. Now, Secure Passage and Sunflower have integrated these two capabilities, sup greater than.
Okay, hold on, let me ensure I understand. So the Truman platform detects something unusual occurring?
Correcto. Let's say a fence sensor gets activated, or a camera spots something out of the ordinary on a corporate campus sup greater than. Conventionally, that would send an alert to a human operator who might then dispatch a security guard or aim for a better camera angle.
Which consumes time.
Exactly. Time is crucial in security situations. Here's the essence of this partnership. When Truman detects that anomaly, it can automatically instruct a Sunflower drone to launch and go investigate the situation in real time, sup greater than.
That's quite interesting. So instead of waiting for a person to respond, a drone is en route nearly instantly to acquire visual verification?
Indeed. It furnishes security personnel with eyes directly on the scene considerably quicker. The drone furnishes that aerial perspective, that real-time situational understanding, that you simply can't derive from static cameras alone, sup greater than. Sup greater than.
Okay, that makes a great deal of sense for expansive areas, such as industrial sites or university campuses. Perhaps fewer blind spots?
That's a significant advantage. They emphasize sup greater than. Sup greater than. Traditional ground-based systems, even with numerous cameras, can have gaps. A drone can swiftly cover a broader area and obtain a distinct perspective.
I must pose the expected question, though. Privacy? With drones operating in the air, doesn't that evoke some concerns?
That is a valid point, and it's certainly a dialogue that needs to happen as this technology becomes more prevalent. The focus of this specific partnership announcement is on protecting private property, corporate campuses, vital infrastructure, that ilk of location, sup greater than. It's not geared towards general public surveillance. But you're right, as drone technology advances, the privacy dimension is something we unquestionably need to contemplate and regulate responsibly.
It does feel like a delicate balance between augmented security and potential privacy intrusion. I can already sense our listeners considering this.
Understandable. And the entities involved, such as Gary Fish from Secure Passage and Alex Pachikoff from Sunflower Labs, are discussing how this enhances speed and adaptability, sup greater than. Sup greater than. They perceive it as a noteworthy stride in physical security.
Are other companies engaged in comparable endeavors, or is this partnership somewhat exclusive?
Well, the domain of autonomous security systems is certainly expanding. Companies like Acylon and Anduril are also active in this arena, developing drone-based security provisions sup greater than. Sup greater than. What appears particularly remarkable here is the close integration specifically between an autonomous drone system and a well-established physical security platform such as Truman PDR. It's less about merely possessing drones and more about rendering them a seamless, automated element of a broader security operation.
So it's the integration component that is central here?
Precisely. Rendering the drone response automatic based on live data from the security platform sup greater than. Sup greater than. It's not merely a drone you control manually when something occurs. It's embedded within the detection and response workflow.
That resonates. And their articulated objective is to mitigate blind spots and evaluate threats with greater expediency
Precisely. Expedited threat evaluation means security teams can react more adequately and effectively. It's about conveying the pertinent information to the appropriate individuals as swiftly as feasible.
What categories of facilities are we referring to where this technology would likely be employed?
Primarily larger, more sensitive areas. Corporate campuses, essential infrastructure like power plants or data centers, logistics centers, where there are substantial assets to safeguard less than sup greater than locations where covering terrain quickly and obtaining immediate verification of an alert is imperative.
And is this currently operational, or is it something they are planning?
Based on the press announcements from April 1, 2025, this is an existing partnership, and the integration is underway. Less than sup greater than. It has moved beyond conceptualization.
My goodness. So we could witness this becoming significantly more prevalent in the foreseeable future.
I anticipate so. As drone technology becomes more refined and AI-driven capacities advance, incorporating them into existing security architectures like Truman PDR seems like a logical progression for improving physical security.
It remains quite striking to contemplate security systems that effectively possess their own autonomous aerial surveillance units.
It truly is. It's somewhat akin to... Remember those sci-fi films where they feature automated observation systems? This feels like a tangible step in that direction, but focused on practical security applications.
Well, speaking of practical applications, I'm curious how this translates in terms of expenditure versus conventional security, but I suspect we've exhausted our time for today.
Indeed. We'll need to delve into the financial aspect at a later juncture. For now, this alliance between Secure Passage and Sunflower Labs is definitely one to observe within the physical security sector.
Concurred. A captivating evolution. Thank you for elucidating it, Mark.
Anytime, Jenny. And our thanks to all of you for listening. We will connect with you next time.
Farewell, everyone.